Triple header boxing action and an impressive performance by Antonin Dikari of Montreal as he's able to stop Alex Perez in round number 6. Well, Viktor Chinian is in our next bout. Decorated former flyweight and super flyweight champion, the Raging Bull, as we take a closer look at Viktor Chinian.
People recognize me like Raging Bull because they know if I'm going to fight, I want to destroy my opponent. That's why it's important for me. I lost 2 fights on a row. And the kid, he never fought even 12 rounds. I'm prepared very good. Always I'm going for knockout my opponent in first round. This time I'm going to put all my skills too. You will see how sharp I am. I'm going to be much faster. He's younger than me 10 years. I'm going to be faster than him. When he starts, he knows he's losing the fight. He will come to me and I will knock him out. I don't like points decision. Yeah, I have a couple of fights points decision in 12 rounds fight. I'm good, but I hate points decision when time coming to judges. It's very important for me this fight. I can't have one more lose, you know.
Well, Darchinian hasn't fought a 10-round fight in 10 years. It's been nothing but 12 rounders. He's fought the best of the best. He says, look, I got to start winning on the judges' scorecards. That'll knock the guy out. Even his own trainer and management people laughed at that notion, guys. They're like, this guy's trying to knock everybody out in the gym in round number 1. What you see is what you get with the Raging Bull.
That's exactly right. He wants a knockout when he wakes up in the morning. He wakes up hoping that he can get into an accidental fight that day so he can get a knockout.
I mean, you gotta love this guy if you're a boxing fan. The reason he's had mixed results in recent years is because he only takes on top fighters, one after another after another. He's fighting at bantamweight, and he's a full-blown bantamweight at this point, but that's not where he started his career or began to dominate. It's a little bit of a heavier weight class. For those who think he slipped simply because the results haven't been there as consistently recently, careful with this guy. He's still very dangerous.
Last fought in April in Japan, the WBC bantamweight title, lost to Shinsuke Yamanaka, a unanimous decision. In fact, he's lost his last 2. Last December in California, lost to Anselmo Moreno, the WBA bantamweight title. 2000 Olympian from Armenia, but while he was in Armenia, Jeff Fenech took an interest, and he has lived in Sydney since those 2000 Olympic Games.
He was rampaging through the 115-pound weight class when knocked out by, 112-pound weight class when Nonito Donaire knocked him out, and that's when Donaire appeared on a lot of pound-for-pound lists as a result of that win.
All right, so he's got all the experience. He's taking on the young guy, Orlandito Del Valle from Bayamon, Puerto Rico. Let's take a closer look at the talented 25-year-old.
Boxing in Puerto Rico is like a religion. Anywhere where there's fights, people stop and watch. When there's a great fighter like Tito in his days, Cotto, Puerto Rico support them and have their back 100%, and that's a dream of every Puerto Rican fighter to achieve. It's a goal of mine, and I know I could be the next one. In life, there's a point where a prospect has to step up, and this is my point to step up. There's always an end to everything, and this is the end for Viktor Chinian. I mean, this is something that is meant to happen, so now is my time to shine. It's my time to prove the world that this is not only my one-hit wonder. You know, the people will keep seeing more of Orlandito Del Valle.
Well, Orlandito Del Valle promised his mother that in his first big fight, she'd be there ringside. And his mom, Blanca Iris Valentin, is here tonight at Foxwoods. In 2004, he came to the United States to fight in the U.S. Amateur Boxing Program because he just said the field wasn't deep enough in Puerto Rico.
Lot to like with Del Valle. Good amateur background, good puncher, big kid for the division, was fighting at featherweight to start his career and came down to 22. Solid boxing skills. maybe of everyone on this fight card, maybe the guy with the best upside.
Well, he talked about Darchinyan saying, look, there's going to be a lot of fireworks. He's a future Hall of Famer. But the best way for me to enter the big leagues is to make a big statement tonight.
We picked a big opponent to make that statement against.
Well, he started boxing at the age of 13. He loved basketball, but he realized he wasn't going to make it as a basketball player. And the minute he stepped in the ring, he fell in love with the sport. For the introductions, here's David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 10 rounds for the vacant NABF Super Bantamweight Championship. This bout is brought to you by Lou DiBella's DiBella Entertainment in association with Gary Shaw Productions. Sponsored by MGM Grand at Foxwoods, The Palm Restaurant, Manfredi Auto Group, Nulio.com, Influence Amplified, Azad Watch, the Watch of Champions, and Everlast. Sanctioned by the Mashantucket Pequot Athletic Commission, Chairman George Henningsen, and the NABF, President and Supervisor in attendance, Joe Dwyer. Judges ringside, Glenn Feldman, Julie Letterman, and Clark Sammartino. Your referee, Eddie Cotton. Introducing first, to my left, boxing out of the blue corner. He wears black with red. Official weight, 121 pounds. Professional record, 37 victories, 5 defeats. He has 1 draw, 27 wins, coming by way of knockout. From Sydney, Australia, the former flyweight, former super flyweight, and former bantamweight champion of the world, Vic Raging Bull Darchinyan. Darchinyan. And his opponent across the ring, boxing out of the red corner. He wears red trunks trimmed with blue. He tipped the scales at a ready and even 122 pounds. His professional record, a perfect one. 16 fights, 16 victories, 11 coming by way of knockout. De Bayamon, Puerto Rico, Luis Orlandito del Valle. Del Valle.
Let's go. Come on, Vic. Let's go. Let's go. All right, boxers, you both received my instructions in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands and protect yourself at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Let's touch gloves. Go, let's touch.
This is the classic crossroads fight. Darchinyan, the old champion, former champion, who's perceived as being in decline, against De Valle, more than 10 years younger than him, the undefeated, up-and-coming fighter who hopes to get to the place Darchinyan was not long ago.
And I think it's who gets to whose chin first.
Darchinyan and De Valle, scheduled for 10. Darchinyan claims that he wants to try to win the rounds, and he says that that's what's hurt him in some of his recent fights, and then I'll go for the knockout. His own trainer, Angelo Hyder, says his nickname is Concrete because he's got a thick head. Doesn't really listen to anything anybody says. Will he listen to himself and try to box and win some rounds?
Darchinyan's right when he points out that when he was at his best, he wasn't just knocking fighters out and come from behind wins. He was dominating, rarely losing rounds, dominating fights, even if his style does look wild. Good athlete and an intense fighter.
Didn't we say Orlandito was a natural left-hander?
Yeah, he's
yes,
a natural
natural
southpaw, but his dad didn't realize that, and he had him sparring in boxing right-handed.
So I'm really waiting to see his left hook, because maybe his left hook is where his power is. His right hand isn't showing a lot of power so far. He'll have a hard time keeping Vic Darchinyan off of him with this right hand that he's shown. Because Vic is a true power puncher.
And where's the nickname Raging Bull? Well, of course, Jake LaMotta, the great middleweight champion's nickname, the Raging Bull. But Darchinyan fights with real fury in the ring.
Yeah, he fights with real fury, and if you don't have a power shot to really get him out, you're going to have your hands full. Now, so far, Orlandito hasn't showed me that power shot yet.
Well, the right hand hasn't looked too impressive.
Not at all. It won't keep Darchinyan off of him.
Boy, what about the nerve factor? I mean, even Devalle said, hey, I'm in there with a future Hall of Famer, trying to get through that first round jitter.
Well, the first round jitter is there too, but I'm hoping that there it is. His hook seems to be pretty powerful, so we'll see. Because he's going to have to trade here shortly, and unless he has big guns in this fight, he's going to be in trouble.
Throwing the right hand, almost it looks like to set up the left hook.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I said maybe his left hook is where his power is.
End of round number 1. And there is Blanca Iris Valentin, the mom of Orlandito Devalle, seeing her son fight in his first big fight ringside.
Watch his hands on his side, because he's coming in on the sides. Be careful. If you go all in, he's looking for that. Don't go throw it all in. Let him come to you. When he comes to you, then speed. A little bit of speed, and then you move to your side. You know to what side you got to go to. Water.
They'll give him the close rounds. Breathe deep. You know that. Hey, you got to win this fight. Jab, jab. Brother, jab, jab, and go.
According to CompuBox in the last round, Darchinyan 15 of 52. He landed 11 of his 23 power shots. As we begin round number 2 in the scheduled 10-rounder, 122 pounds. Darchinyan steps in with the left hand.
There's that little hook that Devalle just flashed.
It'll have to be bigger than a little hook, because he's going to have to show Darchinyan that he can punch to make Darchinyan respect him a little bit.
Yeah, Darchinyan's not playing games in there. You got to earn his respect.
Not at all. And the only thing is about Darchinyan is that he's such a rageful type fighter that the best time to catch him is when he's trying to kill you. Because that's definitely what's in his heart, is to try to kill you. That's how Nonito caught him, actually. He was going in for the kill on Nonito, and Nonito landed a good left hook.
That was back on July the 7th, 2007. The only knockout loss of Darchinyan's career.
And if you run into Donaire's left hook, he'll turn out the lights.
It'll feel like you got hit by a car.
Bob, I agree with your assessment in the first round, and I don't know if he's over the jitters yet. It looks like Devalle feels as though he needs to get warmed up.
And Devalle, back in April, beat Christopher Martin. Before that, in an 8-round fight, he beat Jose Barranza. And before that, he beat Anthony Nepunier. Not exactly, you know, a who's who. He's a young fighter on his way up. Darchinyan's fought a who's who, and he's once been the who.
Exactly right.
Devalle is doing a good thing by putting the pressure on the older fighter, though, but we'll have to see what happens.
That looked like a head, like Darchinyan hit him in the jaw with his head right then. And followed up with some punches.
Good counter right. Good left hook, too, by the young kid.
Devalle trying to open up. Darchinyan says, that's fine by me.
Yeah, Devalle showed a little power in that overhand right, though.
Yeah, the straight right was thrown with such little force. It did look early on as though it was a setup for Devalle's left hook.
Yeah, but it may be a setup for the overhand.
The overhand right, he's throwing with force.
Up to the final seconds of round number 2. They're just throwing haymakers. Great action. Well, in our first bout of the evening on our triple header, Alex Perez was defeated by Antonin Dikari. Perez, who was shot twice after his pro debut, was arrested, faced 30 years in prison from the hard streets of Newark, New Jersey. Just beaten to the punch by Antonin Dikari. And this was such a big night for Perez that never materialized, and it's turned into a little bit of a nightmare.
Listen, look at me in the eyes. I don't want you to jab too much. I want you to jab and throw the left hand here all the time, because he's coming out wide. Okay, listen, your left hand's going over the top. You just missed him with an uppercut, would have knocked him out. Throw some punches to the chest, Vic.
Again, round number 3 of the scheduled 10-rounder. Darchinyan landed 21 of his 51 power shots in round number 2, 41%. To Devalle's 14 of 52. So although Devalle had a couple of moments, Darchinyan appeared to carry the action.
They were both really letting it fly towards the end of the round.
Yeah, I think Devalle was starting to warm up a little bit. He just caught a good overhand, a good right left uppercut from Darchinyan.
Stop.
Darchinyan using his head very well, Roy.
Yeah, he always uses his head pretty good. He's been in a lot of brawls. He's had some bad cuts from headbutts and from elbows, so he has a lot of experience at using that head.
Roy, is the young Orlandito Devalle fighting the wrong fight?
No, he's not. He has to go in and get respect from this guy. And if you want to move the old bull out the way, then you got to go in and forcefully do it. And that's what he's trying to do. He could try to box Darchinyan, but it wouldn't be a good fight for him because he may not land any good punches on Vic if he tries to box him. Vic has far more experience than he does.
Yeah, this is the 298th round of Darchinyan's professional career to go along with 170 amateur fights. Devalle, this is career round number 77 as a pro.
And Devalle came down from 125 or 126 as an amateur, so he should have punching power, and he should be able to withstand Vic's punching power for a little while. And so far, he's been doing pretty good with it.
Guess the one thing, Roy, Max, I don't like the way Devalle is sort of reacting just from some of these jabs that Darchinyan's throwing.
Well, it's not really giving me a problem yet because he's trying to land his own punch to make Vic Darchinyan respect him as well.
Yeah, well, Darchinyan's a puncher number 1. And I think you were right on the money in the first round, Bob. He's never been in this position before. He knows that he's in with a real guy for the first time. And it's a new kind of experience for him, and he's still warming up to it, I think.
I mean, 5 fights ago, Devalle was fighting a 3-4-1 Irving Hernandez. 5 fights ago, Darchinyan was fighting Abner Morris and losing a split decision.
To one of the best boxers in the world.
There's a right hook. that scored from Darchinyan.
Come on.
End of 3.
You're not fucking listening to me. Listen. Listen good. You want to win the fight.
October 27th, look for 2 days with Seth Mitchell. It's an all-access look at American heavyweight Seth Mitchell as he prepared to face Chaz Witherspoon in April. And boxing after dark with undefeated Puerto Rican Thomas Delorme takes on Carlos Abregu, and Californian action fighter Mauricio Herrera facing undefeated Kareem Mayfield.
Give me another water, please.
Breathe again.
How you feel?
Fucking hit the body a few times, then come back with the uppercut. Okay. Trust me. Come on.
And as we begin round number 4 for Vic Darchinyan and Orlandito Del Valle, let's check in with Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob. You know, it's amazing to me that Luis Orlandito Del Valle would stand right in front of Vic Darchinyan. I mean, he's got boxing skills. He doesn't use them. 3-0, 30-27, Vic Darchinyan. I mean, you know, this is a toe-to-toe brawl, and Vic Darchinyan is a toe-to-toe brawler. That's how he likes to fight. Orlandito, on the other hand, can box, can move, can punch, and he stands right in front of the guy. I mean, the strategy just blows my mind. 3-0 Vic Darchinyan because he's landed the strongest shots.
Well, so far with the power punches, he's at exactly 50%, 60 of 120 according to CompuBox.
I think a headbutt just caused a cut on Orlandito's nose.
There have been some thudding headbutts in this fight so far, several in this round. And this is a 10-round, not a 12-round fight. This is fall behind 3 rounds. That's big trouble.
This is the 3rd time in Del Valle's career that he's been cut. Twice it's been the right eye. Now looks like on the nose.
Stop.
And you have to give Del Valle credit. He's doing a really good job of taking and absorbing these big punches from the big punch of Vic Darchinyan.
And the dirty stuff, and not complaining about the dirty stuff.
Not saying a word. Maybe not the smartest thing.
Stop right there. Turn around.
But he is making it very interesting for us.
Well, he's manning up.
Other thing you have to realize is that a puncher like Vic Darchinyan, it takes a lot of energy to throw those big bombs all night long.
Roy, what about the mindset? I mean, even though he's 36, this is the first time in 10 years that he's in a 10-round fight. I mean, he's been a nothing but prime-time guy.
Yeah, he has, but like you said, he's the kind of guy, he's like a wild man type of a fighter. He doesn't care. He just wants to fight. Whether it's 10 rounds, 12 rounds, 15 rounds, makes no difference to Vic Darchinyan. His goal is to try to knock you out.
Big left hand from Darchinyan.
Glad he missed with that left uppercut. That could have been dangerous.
Oh, good left hand by Darchinyan again.
And the kid just takes it and keeps coming. Very impressive to me.
Come. Let's go. Come back.
Look, in the old days, you could have a good young up-and-coming fighter, and a fight like this could either ruin him or it could teach him a lot, and he could bounce back from it. And if it continues like this, Del Valle is not going to win this fight. He has to figure out something to turn it around. But he's taking it like a man so far.
End of round 4. Our next Boxing After Dark features 2 explosive matchups. Nonito Donaire puts his 122-pound titles on the line against Toshiaki Nishioka. Also that night, Brandon Rios heads to the 140-pound division to face Mike Alvarado. We're expecting lots of action in both of these fights. These 4 men have over 80 knockouts between them. What a couple of punches. Alert! Drops Montiel! Left hand drop Peterson. The counter left hand from Rios. It's Donaire, Nishioka, Rios, Alvarado. Saturday October the 13th. HBO's Boxing After Dark. Guys, your take on those two fights. Roy, first, the Donaire fight against Nishioka.
Nishioka is one of the most experienced, well-classed fighters that you'll ever see from Japan. He's a great guy for the weight division. Hasn't lost a fight in a long time. Fighting one of my favorite guys in the pound-for-pound list, Nonito Donaire. So I think this would be one classic fight. Not to mention that Nishioka, whatever his name is, Nishioka is a southpaw.
All right, Max, as good as that fight is, the co-feature could be even better.
Yeah, the main event's a great matchup, but the undercard or the co-feature, Brandon Rios and Mike Alvarado, listen. I know everyone wants to see Pacquiao and Mayweather. That's the biggest fight you can make in boxing. The best action fight you can make, the Pacquiao-Mayweather of action fights, is Rios and Alvarado. Do not miss it. That's the fight of the year.
So right now, veteran Vic Darchinyan controlling Orlandito Del Valle, although Del Valle scores with a combination.
And they're clashing heads big time here.
Del Valle's had his moments, and when he does, Roy, it seems to me that Darchinyan jumps in with that head.
That's that experience factor that we talked about. A good try by Darchinyan.
Darchinyan's intense when you sit and talk with him. He's likable, scary.
Australia's version of Prince Nassim Hamed.
Armenian by descent after the 2000 Olympics in Sydney. He decided to relocate there.
Let's have a Roberto Duran, Davey Moore feel to you, Roy?
Yes, it does.
Duran on his 32nd birthday at Madison Square Garden fought who was then a belt holder, undefeated Davey Moore, good fighter from the Bronx. And Duran thumbed him in his eye and beat him up and knocked him out in 8 rounds. Here Darchinyan, the rough and tumble veteran former champion, is pulling out all the tricks and beating up Del Valle here. Although Del Valle is having his moments.
Yeah, Del Valle is still very much in this fight.
So this, to make the case, this is one of the better rounds for Del Valle to this point.
Yep.
He has to stop fighting behind the more veteran fighter.
Oh, good left hand from Darchinyan on the chin of Del Valle.
Oh, good shot.
The uppercut, the head, the shoulder, the elbow.
Yeah, now you see the younger fighter maybe starting to weaken a little bit from the power shots of Darchinyan.
End of round number 5.
Very deep. Good, good. Now listen. Listen. Hey. Very good.
Breathe.
Very good. But you can't be second. Look at me. You come home good, right? I don't want you to stand.
Orlandito, you gotta move the hands. You gotta throw. You're not doing anything. Give me more. You're just standing there with him. You understand? Bring your hands back in. Short shots on defense.
Okay? Listening?
He see Darchinyan follow that right hand by the young kid back with a 1-2 overhand left, which was a beautiful left hand, probably one of the better left hands that we've seen him land tonight.
And anytime Del Valle has had a moment, Darchinyan answers that moment. Round number 6 underway, scheduled for 10.
Crossroads doesn't always mean that the young fighter beats up the old fighter. It sometimes means that the old fighter with his experience and what's left of his talent and craft takes the young fighter to school in one way or another.
Oh, good body shot by Darchinyan.
He steps in with a left hand. And trying to rough up Devallier, who throws a left of his own.
He feels like he hurt Devallier. I don't know if he did for real, but he senses something because he's really going at him now.
This is the school of hard knocks that Darchinyan is taking Devallier to right now.
And it has nothing to do with the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, good body shot by Orlandito.
Well, Darchinyan told us that he was going to knock out Devallier.
Roy, what can Devallier do when Darchinyan fouls him to make it a cleaner fight or to stop Darchinyan?
Foul him back.
How?
Well, I mean, there are several things he can do. I mean, they have a cup on, but, you know, there is a such thing as a low blow. There's a such thing as a headbutt, too. Oh, good uppercut. There's a such thing as forearms, elbows. He just got to go back home and watch a little bit of Bernard Hopkins tapes, and he'll get it all.
Right there's good.
Oh, good hook.
Oh, good hook and then a left hand bounced off the head of Devallier and a left hand to the body by Darchinyan.
That's when you see a veteran truly go to work. When he lands a big head shot like that, and he comes back off of it and lands a great body shot like that.
Oh, then he shoots a left hand to the chin.
These are massive punches.
Taking a real beating here.
Yeah, I don't know if I were his corner, if I would let him continue to take this beating, because you want him to live to fight another day.
Right, you want him to get the experience. Don't let the experience ruin him.
Right. And right now, he's ruining him.
Trainer Ray Rivera to the corner of Orlandito Devallier.
My nigga, you stay right in front of him, bro. Give me the angles and move to the sides. You have to. You can't stay in front of him. Cuando se pone a hacer así es que él viene.
When he's setting up, you can see him. Throw your shots then.
You reaching. Vamos atrás, hay que chocarlo.
Go behind.
Hay que chocarlo.
We gotta knock him out.
You heard me?
Again.
Búscalo, quédate pegado.
Taking close, show shots to the sides.
Está entrando.
Okay. Breathe, Vic. We start everything with a jab. Okay? Everything with a jab. Hit the body, Vic, and bring him up. You'll stop him, brother. Hey, keep boxing.
Back up, Vic.
Well, according to CompuBox, Darchinyan in the last round landed 71% of his power shots, 27 of 38, as we check in with Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob. I'm getting 6-0, 60-54. Vic Darchinyan. I mean, Bob, you know, what you're judging is who's doing more damage, who's landing the cleaner, harder, effective blows. That's 99% of scoring professional boxing. And in this fight, it's all Vic Darchinyan with that left hand. I mean, he's just bombing him with that left hand. I agree with you guys. I mean, I would really think about stopping this fight if I were in the corner of Orlandito Devallier. 6-0, Darchinyan.
Yeah, he's basically just having target practice with the young guy now, and that's not good for his career because he's taking some excessively big punches. I don't see him really having the power to knock Darchinyan out at this point, so I don't know.
And it's not as though he loses any face. I mean, this kid has a lot of heart. You can see he's all fighter. There's no quitting him. The corner may need to protect him from himself here, not to mention Darchinyan.
That's my point. He has an A in every effort that you can get an A in tonight, except punching power and experience.
And he's in with a... I mean,
Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, Darchinyan is sloppy in certain respects. He's not an orthodox fighter in any sense of the word, but he's masterful in his style.
That's exactly right. He's basically a killer at this weight class.
Well, it was supposed to be a big night for Alex Perez. He got stopped by Antonin Dakari. And Orlandito Devallier, with his true step up in class. Maybe the step was too big against a former champion like Vic Darchinyan, who has pretty much pounded Devallier through the first 6 rounds in 2 minutes.
Well, the one thing I didn't see, good shot.
The right hand.
Good right hand.
By Devallier.
May have hurt Darchinyan.
Well, he sure reacted as if it did.
Yeah, he did.
Good left hook.
Oh, good body shot by Darchinyan.
Yeah, that was a little lower than the body, I think.
No, it wasn't. That was right on the body.
Then Darchinyan steps in. Devallier with a left hand.
This is a good fight, and that is a very game kid in Devallier. He did not come here to give up nothing.
All right, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around.
Oh my gosh.
Turn around, let him go, turn around.
Darchinyan kind of leaned right into a left hand there.
Yeah, but he landed an overhand left. Beautiful overhand left.
Right there's good, right there's good, right there's good. Stop.
Even when Devallier does well, he loses.
Sit up straight. Sit up straight, Mick. Come here. Get a bucket. Wash it.
How you feel?
No, he's getting a straight style. No, because you're standing in the middle. Move to your left and throw straight shot and a hook. Uppercut. Come on, just like we practice on the sides too. When he starts moving his hands, he can't handle your power. You touch him 2 or 3 times, so you fucked him up. You need water.
Here you see Darchinyan land his left uppercut from out of bounds somewhere, from down under. It came with him, a beautiful left uppercut to the chin. Those are the type of punches that you don't want your young fighter taking over and over again.
We begin round number 8. In a scheduled 10-rounder, it's been all Vic Darchinyan against Orlandito Devallier. Devallier 16-0, 11 knockouts, stepping up in class against the veteran Darchinyan. Darchinyan's roughed him up. He's landed the harder shots. He's used the tricks, and he's dominated.
I'll tell you, Orlandito is not giving up, though.
Stop, 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 stop.
And we talked about the fact that Devallier, he's been in against much lesser competition in his young career. He's never scored a knockout past the 6th round.
Well, it ain't because of his heart.
Let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go.
All right, we've sent Max Kellerman over to the corner of Orlandito Devallier, and he's with trainer Ray Rivera.
Let him go. Let him
Ray,
go.
considering the punishment that your fighter is taking, we know he has power, but have you considered stopping this fight?
Listen, Orlando has a lot of fights still in him. You know what I'm saying? If I see that he's real hurt, I got no problem in stopping the fight. But I think we working on trying to get him out.
What isn't he doing that you want him to do?
I want him to move to his left. He's not doing it. He's staying right in front of him. See, he's going to the other side. I need him to move to his left. Orlando's left. You know, you got to dance around him.
Considering how much fight Orlandito has in him,
that's nothing. Okay, let's go.
Isn't it more dangerous for him a fight like this because there is no quit in your fighter?
Yes, but we got punching power, Max, and every time he touches him, Vic just moves around. He's just very awkward, very dirty fighter, and we're trying to overcome all that.
Thank you, Ray.
Well, boy, they feel they still have the power. You wonder how much of it has been sapped out of Devallier with all the shots that he's taken.
Well, honestly, I did see him just throw a left hook just a minute ago that could have ended matters, so maybe he still does have the power. I just don't like to see the young guy take so many punches, but it is possible that he still can pull the knockout off. He did seem to hurt Vic with a less of a devastating right hand in the last round, so we'll see. As long as he's fighting, he has the right to that chance.
Let's go, stop.
He does, but at a certain point, even the potential win isn't worth the beating a guy's taking. And I'm starting to not like the way he's reacting to Darchinyan shots, Roy.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with the way he's reacting to him because he's still acting like he's game and they're really not hurting him yet. to the point to where I'm thinking, you know, that it's really killing him. So it's not bothering him that much yet. Well, that one may have.
Chevalier looks a little discombobulated to me when he gets hit with Darchinian shots at this point.
Okay, all right.
End of the 8th.
You want me to stop it?
All right, but estás moviéndote para el lado que no
You're
es.
moving to the wrong side.
Move to his power hand, son. Move to your left. Right hand, left hook. Dance around him, bro. Recoge esa mano y métele
Bring your
duro.
hands in and hit him hard.
Sit and fight. You want to do that or not? Well, that's what we got to do, my nigga. That's what we got to do.
Listen, at the end there, you nearly had him knocked out. He was gone because you didn't throw. Listen, look at me, mate. You didn't throw big punches. I don't want no big punches now. I want little duck, duck. Inside, duck, duck, duck. That's how you hurt.
Here you see Darchinian on the attack, constantly landing big shots like that. And you know, the kid is looking crazily, but his knees are not buckling, his legs are not going. And I mean, he's taking it. So if he's taking it and the knees are not showing, why not let him go on?
Now Duvalier's bomb. Blanca looking on anxiously as we begin round number 9, scheduled for 10. It's been all Darchinian.
I have an answer for why not let it go on. Because the most dangerous kind of fight is when there's no obvious time for the referee to stop it, because the kid has a good chin and a lot of heart, and his opponent's not able to knock him out or knock him down with one punch. He just takes repeated head trauma.
Right.
And this fight is starting to be that kind of fight to me.
Yeah, it is starting to be that kind of fight. And the other problem I have is that Orlandito is not going to Darchinian's body enough to really try to wear him down and get a knockout.
But Darchinian has gone to Orlandito's body all fight.
Yes, he has.
Just seems like, to me, Roy, a lot of times, and obviously you know more about this, but it feels as if a lot of Duvalier's punches are coming off his own heels, where he doesn't have any leverage either.
With the right hand they are, but the left hand is a pretty good punch.
Even if Duvalier lands a miracle shot and knocks Darchinian out, at a certain point, is it worth it? Is that possibility worth the risk he's taking to his physical health?
You know, Max, he did start boxing knowing that, you know, this is what comes with boxing, so it is worth it, because if he pulled a knockout, he'd become a hero instantly.
This is the never-ending debate, especially at this level, which is the next thing to a world championship level.
Look how much we glorified Chavez last week for that last round knockdown he had. He came very close to it. Why should we rob this kid of his opportunity to do that? That at least earned Chavez a rematch. Now, pound for pound, I don't know if Martinez is pound for pound the puncher Darchinian is.
Even though Chavez was getting his head flown a lot,
he was getting smashed.
There was something about this beating that feels a little different to me.
Well, because it's a young kid. Oh, he may have hurt Darchinian there. Because it's a young kid on his way up there, we don't expect that from. We didn't expect to see Orlandito take this much punishment. We thought either he'd be out by now or he'd do better than this.
Oh, no. Darchinian got tagged there.
That's what we're talking about. I think he hurt Darchinian right there.
Yes, he did.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think he hurt him badly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Darchinian now trying to hold on.
That's exactly right. And if he lands that left hook again, it's going to be a problem.
I think Darchinian's really hurt here.
I know he is.
Good straight right hand, too, by Orlandito.
Oh, good body shot. See, that's what he has to do. He has to throw that body shot like Darchinian's throwing.
Cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Down to the final 10 seconds of round 9. Darchinian rocked in the 9th, but he survives it.
Hey, you won that round, but it could still go either way.
Put it.
Sit, Jake, sit him up. Sit up straight, Vic. Beautiful. Breathe deep. Now listen. I need you to move, and I need you to throw short punches. Vic, I need you. Breathe deep. Come on, breathe really.
Last round, Sonny. Estamos atrás.
We're behind.
Hay que chocarlo para
You gotta knock him down to win. If you go close and you move to your left, you throw a straight shot at the hook, we win the fight by knockout.
Listen to me, bro.
Keep moving. Bring him into your punches. Bring him onto your punches. Hook, duck. Okay? Down.
PC Orlandito throw a right knee followed by a beautiful left hook that caught Darchinyan throwing his own left uppercut. And I think that hurt Darchinyan worse than he's been hurt the entire fight.
Well, Orlandito del Valle told us that there'd be fireworks, and I'm in against a future Hall of Famer stepping into the big leagues. Can he hit a home run? As we check in with Harold Lederman.
This fight's amazing. 8 rounds to 1, 89-82, Vic Darchinyan. That 9th round was something else. Holy mackerel. I honestly believe that Luis Orlandito del Valle was going to knock him out. I mean, he certainly came close, and that's for sure. That's the only round I've given Orlandito so far. You know, I think that Darchinyan's really swept the first 7 rounds or 8 rounds decisively with that left hand. But Luis Orlandito del Valle certainly made this fight exciting, at least for a couple of seconds there. Let's see what he can do in the last round.
That's right.
8-1, Darchinyan.
This is to Roy Jones's point. Boxing's the one sport you can hit a 100-run home run in the bottom of the 9th.
That's exactly right.
We saw Chavez Jr. nearly do it against Sergio Martinez.
And that's why you gotta let a kid have his go at it. If he's showing that he really wants it, and he's not showing his knees buckling for every shot, you gotta give him that opportunity. And this kid's knees haven't been buckling really yet.
Get out.
Remember, this fight's only 10 rounds, though.
Which this is the last round.
Good left hand by Darchinyan.
And Orlandito summons some Chavez magic.
Right now, it's Darchinyan stepping in with all the meaningful punches.
Oh, good right hand by Orlandito. Max, it would have been very interesting to see how this fight would be right now had he gone to Darchinyan's body earlier in the fight.
Because he's shown the ability to hurt him upstairs, and he hasn't softened him up to the body.
At all. As a matter of fact, he's been softened up to the body, and he still was able to hurt Darchinyan upstairs.
Big heart on Valle.
Yeah, and give Darchinyan credit after a rocky 9th round. He's come back here in the 10th pretty strong.
Hey, he gonna give it all he got until the end. Oh, good shot. And once again, del Valle didn't buckle at all.
Well, one thing we've learned in this fight, in this big test for del Valle, he's tough and he's got pretty good chin. But from a scorecard standpoint, it's been all Darchinyan.
Hell of a fight.
Darchinyan landed 22 of 44 power shots in the last round.
Wow.
50%. Harold gave the last round to Darchinyan. I don't think there's any doubt in that. Well, Harold, we've gone to the judges' scorecards. Why don't you give us a little scouting report on the 3 judges scoring this fight?
We got 3 real good judges in this fight. Glenn Feldman, the founder of the Connecticut Boxing Hall of Fame, real veteran judge. As you see, 55 title fights. No problem with Glenn Feldman. He's going to get it right. Julie Lederman, once again, the best judge in my house. We've seen her many times on HBO. I think she'll get it right. I hope so. And Clark Sammartino, a former dentist from Providence, Rhode Island. He's been judging forever. His most famous fight, we all remember, Vinny Pazienza winning the lightweight title against Greg Haugen. Clark's just a good veteran judge. I like him a lot, so I think we should get a good decision there.
Well, Darchinyan said that he was going to box and try to win on the judges' scorecards. He kind of held to that. stayed under control. And there is the aforementioned Julie Lederman, who does a wonderful job. I'll say she does a good job. You know, her dad gave her the endorsement, but I'll second that. And for Orlandito del Valle, stepping up in class, was it a big step? His mom looks on anxiously. With the decision, here's David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action here at the MGM Grand Theater at Foxwoods, we go to the judges' score totals. Julie Lederman and Glenn Feldman both scored this bout 99-91. And Clark Sammartino scored this bout 96-94. All for your winner by unanimous decision. And the new NABF Super Bantamweight Champion, Vic Raging Bull Darchinyan.
Vic Darchinyan gets career win number 38. In his first 10-round fight in 10 years, he beats the undefeated Orlandito del Valle with a unanimous decision. Here are the final CompuBox numbers. Darchinyan landed at 41%. The key number, he landed at 54% of his power shots. 205 of 381. There were no knockdowns in the fight. Del Valle threw more. He landed less, 25% in the power category. Well, we're at Foxwoods Hotel and Casino, the MGM Grand, where the main event is coming up next.